Good morning, everybody. Mike Wright, Edge Home Finance. I have the honor of interviewing an amazing lady today, coming to us from D.R. Horton, the new construction arena. Ava Lee, thank you very much for coming on as a Realtor of the Week.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. So obviously we've known one another for a while.
Yes, it's been several years
Thanks
now.
to Long at RG.
Yeah, that's right.
Gave us the intro. So tell us how you got into this arena of real estate.
So, how I first got into real estate was I used to be in luxury sales when I worked in Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And then I had sadly gotten divorced
Okay.
when I moved here after having my daughter. So I figured I had gotten a job interview at a software sales company, and being able to be on such a strict schedule, it just didn't work for my daughter being 3.
Right.
So I wanted something that had a little bit more flexibility, and everyone thinks, oh, we're just going to be able to make our own schedule when you get into real estate, which is not true at
Right.
all. So I ended up just being able to bring her with me on every
Nice.
single open house and showings and things like that. So it was flexible to the point where I was able to bring her with me, but dragging along a 3-year-old isn't always easy.
Yikes.
So,
Was it, tell me the difference with the markets, right? Beverly Hills compared to beautiful Minnesota.
it's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different because people are not showy here at all.
Right.
Everyone's very conservative. But when it comes to Beverly Hills, everyone's so extravagant. So to have to really shift from being uber fabulous all the
Right,
time
right.
to being a little bit more casual and kind of connecting with people that way.
People's mindsets are different too.
Yes. What they expect in housing is totally different than
Yeah.
Beverly Hills. Yeah. So it's different.
So then you moved from RG to the construction arena. What do you think of that whole deal?
At first, I was having a little bit of a hard time just because you go from having such a flexible schedule and taking the weekends off. The last year in the resale market, I stopped working on the weekends.
Yeah.
So I built my business to where I can spend time with my daughter.
Beautiful.
On the weekends. And then to flip that back and go full-time working every single weekend was extremely difficult.
Yeah.
But it became really consistent, and I love being able to go to one place and having all the inventory to be able to help people and help realtors. And I feel like the biggest difference is from the resale business, I go from more of a B2C, like a business to consumer, because
Yeah.
you're going directly to the clients.
Yeah.
Versus now more B2B, I'm going business to business. So I cultivate a lot of my relationships with realtors, which is
love it.
important because we do have the inventory to help everybody. So it's just changing that.
We've got probably about 1,000 realtors sitting here watching you right now.
Hi, come see us.
So with that being said, you get Thursdays and Fridays off,
Correct,
which is
yeah.
fantastic. Tell us about what is it like to simply have a realtor or a buyer just simply walk through the doors, oftentimes wanting to buy new construction.
Right. So our process is not as scary as you think it is. And I think a lot of people, especially realtors that have not done new construction before,
Yeah.
when we want to hype you up. We want the customer to feel like, okay, we are a team here.
Right.
We're not trying to take your clients. We're not that kind of a builder. We love our realtor relationships. We want realtors to feel comfortable, even if their clients come in without them. We are very respectful of agency.
I love it. And the thing is, I bought a new construction place up here, and then in Florida, we've got a villa that was new construction, right? Madame and M&I. And I was shocked that all these people coming into you that live in these developments for 5, 6, 7 years, you're not out there hunting them. You want to, you can't do the resale.
No, I can't do any resale. And one thing I do recommend for realtors is partner up with a sales agent at the different builders, because oftentimes we'll have inventory that haven't hit the MLS yet, and we can cross-sell at any community. So whatever it is that you need, we can source the product for you.
I
which is
think that's
helpful.
fantastic. And I think that it gets intimidating because you think that as an agent, you're going to bring a buyer in and they're going to, your claws are going to clamp into them.
Right.
It's not the case at all.
No, at least with our builder, it's not that way.
Yeah.
We do 90% of our business through realtors.
Good.
So I think a lot of challenges for realtors now is with the new NAR situation coming up.
Yep.
And we're seeing a lot of buyers come in with multiple different agents, which is kind of tough. I think that's going to be one of the challenges.
You mean the same buyer
Same
coming
buyer
in with a
coming
number?
with
Okay.
different agents.
And I think that, to be honest with you, I think this buyer representation thing is the greatest thing ever.
Right.
Lock these people in. Get them committed to you because now you're comfortable.
Right.
It's not putting you in an awkward spot either.
Correct.
Right? It's very laid out and stuff. So where's your development now?
So I actually run 3 developments in Blaine,
Okay.
Lexington Waters, Lexington Woods, and Preserve at Lexington.
Good.
So they're all different home styles. We have 2 stories on slab. We have 2 stories with unfinished basements with the option to finish it. And then we also have 3-level splits. So they're all different styles for different people.
So can a realtor bring in a buyer and you can say, this development may not fit you, but this one may?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
So what I typically do is, what are the areas you really want to be in?
Yeah.
And then when you tour my models, then which one fits you the best? And then I can kind of hone in where we have those products.
Are these developments near one another? Like you said, if you tour my developments, or are you saying, go look at this model here, go look at that model there?
Correct. So all of our models are different series, but we make them in different areas.
Yeah, okay.
So and then say in Champlin, we have only Horton series, which is the larger 2 stories. And then in Rogers, we have twin homes.
Yeah.
So they're all different in different areas.
Is there, that market up there is explosive.
It is.
Right?
We're growing big time. We opened the Lexington Waters community last July, and we're over half of our inventory is gone already.
Wow.
We only
How many
have
homes?
We had 65 homes.
Wow.
And over half is gone. And we opened up Preserve at Lexington Waters, which is around that $550 price point and under. And that community we opened November 1st, and we're almost completely sold out of phase 1.
That's amazing.
And so it's just things are extremely explosive, but we do have a lot of great incentives for buyers right now.
Right.
Which we can't speak about because you know how things go. Once things take off with podcasts and things like that, then the interest.
That's right.
And the
You have no
incentives
idea
change.
your demand.
So, we just come see us.
Well, and I think that's, and people know about this stuff, right? And I think that it brings up a different mindset a little bit because obviously the incentives are huge.
Yeah.
And, as much as I don't like it as a mortgage broker, you've got a captive title mortgage where it's all in one little box, right? And you can offer these incentives to where if I was to bring in somebody, they don't get those incentives.
Correct.
Right? And so do you think that impacts the sales price? Because builders want to sell the developments out.
Correct.
And they can't sit on properties. Are they dropping prices now, do you think? Or how is that market?
So we haven't been dropping any prices
Good.
just because we want to maintain the community and the
Sure.
value of our communities.
Yeah.
And, occasionally we do promotions where we throw in free appliances and things like that. I know during December we did 10,000 off the price, but again, it just varies all the time. It depends on what the market's asking us for.
Yeah,
then
of
we
course.
try to at least accommodate something.
No, it's super cool because, as I said, I've got a place down in Florida, and that market's totally different. There's so much inventory and so much new construction that these builders are, in turn, trimming prices to where they were a year ago.
Right.
And so all the people there are going, wait a second, right? But you got to sell homes.
Right.
And so, all right, so we're going to touch base. So you are the point person.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody closes, and you do your final walkthrough
Yeah.
to make sure the punches are all done.
Correct.
Do you then pass that responsibility on to your warranty people, or when do you loosen ties, right, and
Right.
move on?
So I'm more involved in the process from the beginning of sales all the way up until the new home orientation.
Yep.
So the new home orientation is typically passed on to the construction superintendent. And the construction superintendent, they take about 1 to 3 hours to go over how to care for your home and things like that, which I don't get to attend those meetings.
Right.
I wish I did, but they don't allow us to because they don't want us getting in the way of the construction superintendent making that connection as well, because that's who built your home, you know.
And I think it's important for you to stay out of it, to be honest with you, because it's hard enough for you to sever that tie
Right.
because you've developed their trust and the relationship with them and the agent. So if there's problems,
Correct.
you also don't want to be called constantly as well.
Yes,
Right?
that's right. That's right. Because then after that, then it does go to warranty aftercare when they close.
Right.
So after closing, you get a 30-day visit again with your construction superintendent, and then everything's passed to the warranty department. But with D.R. Horton, we believe in everything being localized.
Sure.
And so our warranty department is in Lakeville. So one of the best things about having a local warranty department is they address your issues really fast.
Yeah, good.
You're not waiting for it to go to Kansas, for Kansas to call somebody else, to call
Yep.
somebody else in Minnesota to be able to handle your issues. So our aftercare is really amazing.
I love that. That's important. Mattamy is based out of Canada, and it's if there's issues, it's a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the poor people that are the warranty people down there, it's a tough battle, right? And so are the home prices are staying the same? How's the demand?
The demand is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so crazy right now. Yeah, we opened our community July 1st of last year in Blaine, and we're already sold out over half of our inventory.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's going really, really quickly. We opened another community in November, and that one sold out in the first phase already. So we just opened the second phase. So things are moving very, very quickly.
So negotiating wise, explain that a little bit, because agents by nature bringing in buyers are constantly trying to work you.
Correct.
Is it in the new construction arena?
Right.
Is it, here's the deal, take it, the door is there, or is there room for that?
So, we always do it on a case-by-case situation.
Right.
So it's always going to depend. How long is the home a completed home? Has it been on the market for a while? Or do we want to give an incentive to kind of incentivize people to buy that home specifically? Because we don't want holding costs as well.
Right.
But inventory, we're now selling homes at dirt that there's not a lot of room for movement.
Yeah.
Just because we do have crazy incentives that we're offering right now.
Do you see the inflation, prices of lumber, and all these other items impacting your business?
Lumber prices have stabilized,
Yeah.
so that's why we're now offering to-be-builts again. They took that away for a little while during COVID because the fluctuation of materials and pricing. But now everything seems to be steady. We haven't been having any issues with that.
Good.
So yeah, we're
What?
good.
Where do you see yourself? I mean, do you like this enough to, your schedule set?
Yeah.
You got a beautiful daughter. Speaking of which, we're going to actually hire her 9-year-old daughter. Jake's fired today, so his last day is today. So you all can say, see you, Jake, But she has got an extremely talented daughter that does coding, that does editing. And it's just amazing to me that at 9,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah,
You've done
she's
good,
done-
Mama.
I try to expose her to where the future's going. And I feel like technology is where it is. And there's not enough girls in technology right now.
Yes.
So being able to expose, she's been doing coding since she was 7. She takes graphic design. She's coded 3 or 4 different video games herself already. She's pretty amazing.
That's cool. And you get a moment of fame on the show today,
Yes.
How about that, So what's next? I mean, are you going to continue on in this arena? You love it enough. You don't have the pull to say, I'm going to go back as an independent agent anymore. What are you thinking?
I don't see myself going back as an independent agent because now my goal is to cultivate more realtor relationships. So being able to be the go-to girl,
Yeah.
to be able to help everyone that's looking for new construction. Because I even have builder relationships with other builder reps. Sometimes we don't make something that fits for your customer, but oftentimes I have somebody that knows somebody or that works for a builder that can do that has something that works for you.
Can you get, obviously, if a realtor refers another realtor a deal, you get 25 basis points or 25% of the commission. Does that happen in your world?
No. So I work for a national builder. Because we're a national builder, we can't get any referral fees at all.
Yep.
So it's more of a, hey, I'm going to take care of you. Just don't forget us when you have buyers.
So, and that's great. I mean, but again, I think that that's important for these realtors out here to understand that it's not, you're helping them fill a need.
Correct. Because I'm sure you don't want to keep running around and showing 100 more homes. And I think sometimes one of the challenges, which I hate to say this, but one of the challenges we battle in new construction sales is sometimes we understand realtors, because I was on the other side.
Sure.
We want to add more value. We're constantly trying to add value. But at the same time, you can often shoot yourself in the foot also. If we're seeing all the selling signs and your customers sitting there ready to move forward, don't throw a wrench in there and say, oh, let's keep looking or let's think about this. Because at that point, you're going to put doubt in their head, and then they end up wanting to see 100 more homes and then come back to us.
Right.
And the home that they come back to us, it may be gone.
Or maybe more.
And then it will be more expensive in the future.
It's an interesting deal because we bought our place a year ago in May, and they said, you can close now. I said, why would we close now? It's the middle of summer in Florida. Miserable, right? They said, well, you can wait till September, October, but it's going to be $40,000 more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, looks like we're closing in May,
Right.
But those are the things that you face that all you can do is pass on what you're getting told, correct?
Right, correct. Yeah.
You're not dictating price.
No, so it's not me. And if you want to do any kind of negotiation, pull the sales agent aside. Say, hey, do you think there's going to be any kind of movement, anything we can do, instead of really putting us in a bad spot and having to say no in front of the customer.
And in front of your clients.
You know what I mean? We want it to be where, okay, well, maybe we can do a little something. And if we can, let's make you look like the hero.
Yeah.
Because oftentimes I want to make the realtor look like a hero. I don't want to be the hero.
No, I
want
that.
you to be the hero.
I love that. I love the partnership with this deal because I've always taken it like you just have people coming in. It's like, quick to people just come in, right? But your value and your experience and your relationship with these agents and other builders is critical.
Right. And these clients trust us. The agents trust us.
Yeah.
And that's important. Like, if things go wrong, they know they can come to you and you can help mitigate or find solutions for whatever problem it is that we're running into. And oftentimes, I have lending partners too, because sometimes we have an overlay with DHI Mortgage that they couldn't get it done, but it doesn't mean, coming from resale, I know sometimes another lender can get it done. So
I'm just going to correct you right now. You now have a lender partner. This is in plural. This is edit that, Jake.
Edge, home finance. Best partner ever.
You're the best. I don't even care. She's the best. Damn, this is good.
This is not a paid sponsorship.
Well, but I was going to ask you about that because it always drives us on the broker end or the lending end going, God, why can't we get paid?
Right.
They're going to use us. We're a better rate. We're better cost. We're quicker. Why can't you do this? But it's all part of the package.
Correct.
Right? And it's not something you can turn around and say, no. If the people want to use the broker, me,
correct.
They lose the incentives, but maybe that's okay.
Right. And sometimes it works out better for them because they might have some challenges that we couldn't overcome.
Yeah. Do you find most of the paper that you write is people? I mean, do you run into people with credit issues, et cetera?
We do. We do run into people with credit issues, and luckily for us, we have a home buyers club that we can put them in.
Okay.
That helps them correct their credit.
Yeah.
And then the credit company would let us know what their time frame's looking like.
Now you have option B, though. You can call me,
Yes.
and I'll
Option
get them
A,
done.
and then option B.
Yes, that's
is
right.
DHI.
That's right. Actually, it's A minus.
A B.
It's not really even a B deal, right?
Right.
But no, that's interesting because you don't just want to see somebody just walking out the door.
No, gosh, no. No, I don't like to not turn over every stone, especially because I'm really trying to help families.
Yeah.
They're in situations where their lease is ending or, their home is just too small and they're really needing something else. Then the clients that really need something else, and it's kind of up to us to find the solution for them.
Yeah.
Because they don't know.
They don't know, and their agents are potentially don't know either.
Correct.
It depends what they're walking into. Do you find a lot of realtors, because there's not a ton of Minnesota inventory on a resale home, turning to you right away?
Yes, I think because now, like back in the day, new construction homes were so much more expensive than resale homes, but now we're almost parallel in value. So if you're parallel in value and say the builder's buying the rate down for you with the builder forward commitment, then you're already paying $300 or $400 less monthly payment. Then it just makes more financial sense to do that.
Yeah, I love it.
So it just all depends.
So with your models, they're obviously all furnished, staged, etc. Once you sell a model, we bought ours furnished.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
But now we're looking at, and it was very, very priced right. You know what I mean? For the additional furniture to not have to move stuff in, it was amazing. But what do you do once you sell a model? Do you guys inventory that stuff, or do you auction the furniture off, or what do you do once you know?
So we usually keep our furniture. We
Okay.
don't sell our models with the furniture.
Okay.
They'll move it around. So it depends when we open another model, or we do some internal sales where some of the sales agents and
Yeah,
builders
sure.
and the construction team, they get to pick and choose some things as well. But
You know, that's interesting because I know that with M&I, they auction it,
oh, really?
right? And they do this auction where they publish it, and a lot of stuff moves in 2 days. I mean, the house right next to us did that, and it was insane how much, first of all, the buys that people were getting
Oh, right.
were incredible. But so that must all be inventoried. I mean, you're not whipping on your chains and moving stuff, you got
No.
crews coming in.
Correct.
No manual
Yeah,
labor.
No,
Right?
I didn't know. No manual labor for me.
I love it. How many homes per month are you you guys selling?
Gosh, well, we have like 30 agents right now and tons of communities.
Yeah.
We're selling close to 100 homes a month.
Fantastic.
Yeah, we're between 80 to 100 homes a month.
So you've been in different markets.
Crazy.
Well,
It's
it's
so
insane. I mean, those numbers are
These are real numbers.
real numbers. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the intense. I mean, like I said, speaking from our development out in Woodland Cove, watching these homes go up and watching how hard these guys are working almost 7 days a week
Correct. Yeah.
is incredible on how quickly they're turning these properties. How long do you figure it takes to build a home?
So if you're building from scratch a to be built, it takes about 6 to 9 months.
Okay.
But if we're an inventory builder, so we typically would already pre-plan the spec out. And then once we get permits back, it takes about 4 to 5 months to build it.
So you get a lot of people that are coming in, they own a home, they're trying to figure out when they list their home and sell it.
Correct.
Do you have any need for people with short-term
Yes.
rentals?
Yes, I do actually. So if you have some short-term rentals that I can help
Yeah,
some
we've got,
clients out.
there's a number of different people. that we have had on here that have these things. I don't want to get into all their names, but I'll definitely give you some contacts because
do.
we deal with it on our end. Do you do a bridge loan? Do you stay in this house? How do you sell it? When do you sell it? Because you can't really wait till October, November
Correct.
to sell your home, so you might as well sell it now.
Right, right. So we do accept contingent offers, which
Okay.
a lot of builders I know don't. We give customers 60 days to sell their home, but we ask them to list within 7 days. So, and again, that does become challenging.
You
if
do
the
what
home's
in
not-
7 days?
They have to list their home in 7 days
After they sign a
after they
contract.
sign a contract.
And they have to close within 60.
They have to have an accepted purchase agreement
Okay,
within 60.
okay.
They don't have to close
Yeah.
in 60. They just have to have an accepted purchase agreement within 60.
Good.
So we give some flexibility there. But, you know, the challenge is the lending side, as you know, all
Yeah.
of a sudden at the very last minute, what happens when something falls apart?
Believe
and
me.
then we can't control, hence why I need this contact.
That's
If
why I
people have
just
sold
moved
their
from an
home.
A to B to an A to A.
Right,
I don't
right.
have that shit going on, you know.
Right,
But well, and those are the interesting things because people think it on your end.
Right.
It's just gravy. You just sit there and people walk in and you sign them up and your headaches are done.
No,
We were
gosh,
talking
no.
prior that you're off Thursday, Friday. But that's kind of a little goofy because people still have your cell and they still have your number and they still call you off hours, right?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. And there's nobody to pawn that stuff off to till after they close.
Correct, yeah. So I'm still your point of contact, and yeah.
That's super. Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being on. It's always cool to not only connect with a friend that I haven't talked to you in a while,
Yeah, it's been a long
but it's cool to see how your career has taken you from Hollywood, newborn, to the brand new life, which you are absolutely doing great at.
I'm just trying to stay alive.
This day,
We always cheers with our friends, our realtor friends especially. You're still in business. We're still in business. Yay, look at us.
I know. I joke with people saying every gray hair and wrinkle is spoken for. You know, I mean,
Right.
this business is tough,
It
but
is,
you need expertise,
Correct.
and your knowledge has been amazing. And I applaud you for how you've raised your daughter.
Thank you.
That's very, very impressive, and it's hard to keep the balance.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard to keep the balance, but you know, I think that's why I take intermittent trips with my daughter.
Yeah.
Everyone that follows me on social media are probably like, "Ah, Ava's on vacation all the time." I need that for my daughter time. She needs her mom.
Balance.
Yeah.
No, I think that's we talk a lot about that because people here work a lot.
Yeah.
And all the time. And, you know, to me, it's more critical the time with your kids
Right.
because the rest will follow,
Correct.
right? I mean, you're always going to be able to do what you can do, but the kids are only kids for so long.
That's right. Yeah.
So I applaud you for keeping that balance.
Thank you.
Thank you for being our Realtor of the Week, my
Awesome.
friend.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, not a problem at all. Ava's information, Jake's going to be sharing. And please reach out to her. She is an amazing resource. And bring your buyers by. Help. She's willing to help you become better and is not a threat. It's a partnership, which is obviously why we're doing all this on the show anyway. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm
Well
so honored.
done.
Oh,
See, it
thank
wasn't
you.
that bad.
No, it wasn't bad at
Yeah,
all.
people come in all nervous, but you did
Yeah,
amazing.
Thanks. I feel a little nervous, but I'm like, I guess. I mean,
That's
I'm not lying about anything.
sales wouldn't be
easy.
sales if you're not nervous, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you all for coming. You on the Realtor Connect group. We appreciate you tremendously. Invite your friends. We need more realtors to be part of this. And if you have interest in being part of the show, I would be honored to meet you. But we also have the YouTube channel and Instagram, Realtor of the Week. Look them up, follow us, like us, all that fun stuff. So, Ava, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.